I don't think that they have the integrity to dislike it.
Exactly.
No, not now.
I want him
that's
to do
a
it
bar.
then.
That's a bar loan.
He don't belong in a conversation between them two, though.
That's
the thing about it
Between them
is
two.
that's debatable.
that the thing about that is Drake can rap
Not
when
as
he
an
wants
MC,
to rap.
though.
Oh, because he doesn't specialize in MCing.
Because he doesn't do it.
He does, but he don't.
But he
Does,
does.
but he does. I'll
does.
give you that. I'll
like
give you
Cole's gonna rap.
Nah, he
Kendrick's
is.
gonna rap. Drake's gonna rap. 10% of his
big
album.
money you. He's
Yes.
gonna big money you, and
It's
then
like-
that's corny in a situation like
Yeah,
this.
because his response at his show was,
Yeah.
ain't nobody seeing. Come on, man.
I want you guys to leave happy
Man.
just because, like I am, my head's up high. Like
tuck
what?
your chest in, Jack, because
Yeah.
you ain't ready for this. This is for real. War, whatever you want to call it.
And the truth be
On the
told,
track.
like he should have been said something to Kendrick, Drake.
True.
Drake,
This
yeah,
ain't
he's
the first
been
time.
baiting.
Yeah,
Man, Kendrick has been baiting Drake since
2014, 2020.
since the
Yeah.
one where they took the picture on the line.
This is why Drake is smart, though. Drake understands who he is. He knows his.
I don't think he understands.
I think he knows exactly
I
who
think
he
he
is
does, too.
because he knows I can play the pop lane. Everybody
yeah,
know
from that angle,
everybody
yeah.
know I can rap, but I can play the pop lane. I can throw the bread at you, and I can just do subtleties and not have to address you man to man. Because if I have to actually look you in your face on this rap, it's not gonna go well. He knows that.
Yes,
I think he knows that.
But
And
see,
he's always gonna have people defending him because we've all heard him rap super well.
But the thing is that is I'll shoot back with you.
Come on, let's go.
That.
Yep.
Is like he went back at Push, and he went back at Kanye. So
Here's my question.
They ain't them though.
Thank you.
they not Kendrick.
Maybe he's more comfortable trying to shoot a couple shots at them.
See, he
there has
thought-
to be a reason why he don't
I'ma
want to
tell
shoot
you-
a shot at
I'ma
Kendrick.
tell you.
Because
I'ma
there's
tell
no
you-
weak spots.
I'm gonna tell you why. Pusha T is not Kendrick,
Thank you.
This is not a shot at Pusha T,
Agreed.
but the masses don't know who Pusha T is like they know who Kendrick is. Pusha T is not really a mainstream. He is a mainstream, but he's not. He's not what people would consider the A-list rap artist, other than like hey
Taylor Swift fans don't know
Right.
who Pusha
They
T
don't know
is.
who Pusha
They
T
know
is.
Kendrick is. Yeah.
So you feel like I can address Pusha T because people ain't even gonna hear what he says.
Right.
It's kind of I think what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Pusha T slaughtered him.
And it ain't even really hit like that. And
He slaughtered
cooked
that
it.
dude.
I ain't gonna say he slaughtered
He
him,
did, though.
but he definitely put a chink in his armor.
He did.
But it didn't hit well. It didn't hit like it was supposed to because of what Terry said.
It wasn't the same way as when T.I. went at Lil Flip. Lil Flip was at the top of the rap game.
Whoa,
He was though. He was very popular.
Texas
why
very popular is
You gotta-
one thing,
But listen.
like 2 months.
During that era, this is Texas hip hop. He was the height of Texas hip hop
He
for a
definitely
minute.
had his
And
moment.
that's a big ass
Very
state.
short.
And even to leave that conversation alone, which T.I. slaughtered him, we talk about 50 Cent and Ja Rule. These are two people that are A-list artists or somebody that's gunning to be an A-list artist because he was signed by an A-list artist.
Facts.
And you going to hear me because I don't like Ja Rule.
Yeah.
So I'm going to rap about Ja Rule and y'all either going to pay attention or y'all ain't. Everybody paid attention and got Ja Rule up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So with this situation here, I feel like Drake knows he can't respond in the sense of it making sense to his fans. Because his fans, they gonna ride with him regardless. But if his response ain't the same response as he gave Meek Mill, who Meek Mill was kind of on bad times when he responded to him,
Plus Drake
based on life.
Drake is punching down when he punches at Meek Mill.
Yes.
So he's
Yeah,
that wasn't no risk
Meek
to
wasn't
go
at
after
the same.
Meek Mill.
He doesn't go at people he feels like are on the same level as him.
Okay.
Which is why I said
You know what I'm saying? He
very
dodges
smart.
them.
Yep. He knows who he is. He knows
Yeah.
exactly who he is. I know you don't you looking like you don't believe that. He knows who he is, bro. He know.
I mean, of course, that's why he gonna give you that big Willie talk, big money talk.
It's not gonna work against Kendrick though. It's not gonna work.
He could big money Kendrick.
Kinda.
He could big money Kendrick, but the thing is, it's just gonna be
Kendrick
looked at as
don't
corny.
care. Yeah, because Kendrick don't care
He
about
doesn't
that.
care.
Cole don't care about that big money either though.
Yeah.
And that young man is very comfortable. I ain't count his pockets, but he's comfortable.
All of them are comfortable.
That's my point.
Yeah.
It's not so.
But
Drake-
nobody cares about you being on a jet. So the thing is, yeah, like, so, all right, because Drake is going to big money people because
He's a pop star.
Respectfully, no,
Not necessarily that, but
Drake,
that too. But I mean, he signed to Young Money Records.
Yeah.
Drake uses that because Drake uses the big money talk because Drake's appeal is to the women.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So he's going to come with all of the big money talk. I got the women. You're talking to two married men. They don't really care about that. You know what I mean? Because that
Drake
was Drake's thing toward Joe Budden as well.
Right. Yeah,
you know
but look, Joe Budden's not that rapper though. That's why he goes at Joe Budden. He's not going to respond the same way Kendrick is going to respond.
Joe Budden tore a hole in his ass too.
He did,
but it's not.
Nobody heard it.
Yeah, it's not going to land.
Nobody heard it. They going to hear it if it come from Kendrick.
So that's why he has to be very careful with how he play with him because it's only going to take one.
So if you had to pick a side, whose side you picking?
What you mean? Just in all of this?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
What do you mean?
I kind of been riding with Kendrick since the beginning.
Yeah.
But I'm a fan of all three of them.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
All right, well, let's exclude Drake.
Exclude Drake. That's kind of difficult.
No, we
That's
exclude
difficult.
Drake as Kendrick and Cole.
That's
I look
What
at-
side you picking?
That's like Ali and Tyson.
Go ahead, Long. Go ahead.
Which one you picking in Ali and Tyson?
I mean, I know who I'm picking.
I'm gonna pick Tyson.
You picking Tyson?
Yeah, because
I'm picking
the
Ali.
Ali I remember
'Cause
he
from
was
your
he was
era.
little scrambled.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. We were doing well. Don't do that. Don't
Pick
do
of his
that.
career.
Don't do that to the OG.
career
Don't
peaks,
do that.
but no, because you think Cole and Kendrick are kind of their pinnacles of where they're at.
Yeah.
I know this is not the answer people want, but I look at them as for the merit of what they do individually. I don't really see them as competition. And I've thought about this leading up to this conversation. Like, I don't judge them separately like that. I don't look at it Kendrick or Cole. Kendrick is, in my opinion, and they both do this well. They both do everything I'm about to mention well.
Right.
Kendrick is phenomenal at making albums.
Yeah.
And he is a phenomenal artist, and Cole is not on his level when it comes to making albums.
At all.
But that does not mean that Cole does not make great albums.
That's
Agreed.
right. Good albums.
J. Cole is going to drop good albums,
Yeah.
great albums realistically. I mean,
They're damn good, man.
They're really
By
good.
today's standards.
But in general, J. Cole's going to give you a verse that's going to stand out, in
On a
my
feature.
opinion,
On a feature.
on a feature,
Yeah.
way more than a Kendrick will.
That's facts.
That's true.
That's facts.
And I feel like it's just...
no, that's
I get
true.
it. Even,
That's true.
even this verse that Kendrick just dropped,
I say in the
all
last
ones
3
that
years.
Cole, maybe.
Bro,
Maybe.
Cole learned that because historically, J. Cole, if you are featured on a verse with J. Cole is going to go berserk.
Yeah.
Be-
9
be
times
careful.
out of 10.
Facts.
Like there are a few times where somebody else may have slightly edged him, but
Burna Boy did.
Burna Boy edged him.
Did you hear that record with him and Burna Boy?
What
I don't know if
record
he.
is that?
Yeah, you got
It's on Burna Boy's album.
He probably didn't care. I mean, that's not
Like-
Burna Boy's not a rapper. Though.
I didn't want to hear. I was like, Cole, why did you even do this?
Yeah,
But
You
but
know
if he
the-
get on a track with a rapper,
He's gonna
J.
rap.
Cole is
Yeah.
going to rap.
rap.
Bro,
And he's
the
going to
joint-
represent.
the joint with Benny, he by far had the best verse.
Absolutely.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
But even still, like I guess the way that I like to look at this is like I try not to pit Kendrick and Cole against each other because I think they're both just
Great.
super positive, great forces for hip hop.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
And so what they're doing right now, where they're just doing little subtle shots back and forth, and they're doing, I think that's great.
This wasn't subtle, though.
because it's subtle. It's subtle in the grand scheme of.
It is
in the
because-
sense that it's not a whole song about J. Cole sucks,
Yeah.
like or something
It
like
ain't
that. It's-
Biggie Tupac beef.
There we
Yeah.
go. There we go.
But we don't. I don't think in today's climate, man. I don't think you're gonna get that from them two at least because it's not that personal.
I don't think it's that deep.
Mm-hmm.
I think they both have respect for each other to the point to where they both know each other are good. It's just them flexing. That's all it is to me. It's just like, no, I'm better. No, I'm better. No, I'm better. No, I'm better. And then Drake's just like, you know.
I'm still gonna get this money. I'm still over getting this money.
Yeah,
And
it's
because
just like-
Drake appeals to the masses.
Yeah.
He does.
That's the thing about it. Drake is an artist that people who don't really like rap will listen to.
Yeah, he's
You know what I'm saying?
Drake is a
Mild. So you would say
Drake
he's
is
a
the one-
mild artist.
Yes.
Drake is a one of one in his own sense, but like he's just not. He's not invested into the artistry.
He's a mass appealing artist.
in the same sense that like a Kendrick or a Cole are.
Yeah.
I just think he knows what works and he does that super well.
Like, and I can
And
honestly
he
say,
can rap super well. I think he can, I don't want to take anything away. When he decides that he wants to rap, I think Drake has impressed me a lot.
Yeah.
But that's not what he does. Like
It's
90% of the time.
Kendrick is with what Lone is saying with the approaching. I think you hit the nail on the head because there's more formula to Drake. We know how the album's going to be structured for the most part. It's going to be
structured the same.
It's going to be
he doesn't take chances.
6:15 in Dallas song or something where he rap real serious,
which is great.
Which is going to be fire, and I'm going to play
pretty
it.
much to show you I can still rap.
Yep.
And then
it's like how he dropped the extra joints for his last album to let people know that I can rap because that was people's qualm. Like,
facts.
What is this album, dude? You supposed to be talking about all the dogs, and there's no dog on here.
He's just playing to the algorithms, and he understands this stuff.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Yeah, that's it. And
it's a machine.
And Kendrick is organized noise and outcast. I don't know what direction he's gonna go. It's gonna be high quality. I just don't know what direction he's
a
gonna go.
musician at the end of the
day. That's the main difference. He's actually a musician, and he enjoys that process. Obviously,
right. I mean, he uses music. Terrence Martin.
Yeah,
Thundercat. He uses
Flying Lotus.
Yes. He uses musicians to hone his sound.
Robert Glasper, Soundwave producer, incredible. Like they get busy.
It's just a different tier of artistry when we talk specifically about the musicianship and the artistry aspect of it. I just think Kendrick cares more.
Absolutely. Drake is only 40. Whenever you hear about something Drake did is 40, you can't really say that he's orchestrating this album. He's letting 40 do the beats.
Okay.
Yeah, the
and then
producers.
he comes in there and adds his sauce to it.
And that's not taking anything away from Drake because he knows how to
very successful.
do it.
Very successful. Yeah.
I mean, it's working.
I just don't like Cole and Kendrick. To me, they're just here. Like I prefer Kendrick a little bit more because me personally, I appreciate more of what Kendrick does
the
as
musicianship.
an artist. Yeah, but I still appreciate Cole. But when I think about Drake, it's just like, Drake could probably do all that stuff if he really wanted to. He just doesn't. So because he doesn't and he understands his lane, I can't give him that benefit of putting him in that big three.
He feeds
I
the
personally
machine.
can't. That's what I think he does.
Yeah.
And I think he knows it. And if I was him, I probably wouldn't switch up either. Actually, I would, me, but I wouldn't be in Drake's position anyway, so it doesn't matter. So
I had this conversation with a couple of my college homies, and they talked about the concept of the big three. Like, we've heard it before, Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas, or Tupac, or whatever. And one of my homies was saying, I told him, I said, you might not want to hear this, but in this era, that is who they are.
There is no big three. It's only a big two. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm talking about how the kids look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, in general.
I think these guys are the guys. I think these guys are that for this
I don't
generation.
think that's even debatable.
But that's what I was trying to tell him. I said, bro, from what the era that we came up in is different. I said, these kids are looking at them like we did at the names that I named. It's just the facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who they are. Like, those are the pillars right there. It's just, there's little nuances that make them different.
I'm just interested to see how this goes because, I mean, this is a good exercise, lyrical exercise.
And then, who knows?
J. Cole and
Drake
Kendrick and Drake ain't gonna do nothing but tingle with Khaled.
But Drake might.
Man, he ain't gonna do nothing but drop a new song with Khaled and that's gonna be it. I mean, he might get in his feelings a little bit and say something slick. So who does he want to open that door?
What side y'all say y'all was gonna pick? I just want to put it on the record.
Yeah, I'm Team Kendrick over here.
Okay.
Yeah, Team Kendrick.
Man, it kind of pains me to choose between Kendrick and J. Cole. To be honest,
that's how I am.
Got love for both of them.
Me too.
To be honest, I feel like Cole could probably make a Kendrick-like album if he approached an album.
He tried to,
like Kendrick approaches albums.
He did, and I didn't like that album.
Me either.
For Your Eyes Only.
No,
but I don't think he approached it like Kendrick.
What's
did,
the name? I think the
drug joint.
No, the second joint. What was the second one? Born Sinner. I think Born Sinner was a knockoff Kendrick album.
You think so?
I do.
I think I'm with Lone on this one because of with that being an attempt, I still don't know if it's close to a Kendrick album.
I don't think
artistically. I don't think so.
Well, here's the reason. Like, I'll get a little bit of music nerd. Kendrick is very much working with a lot of other people on his projects. J. Cole is producing all of his own stuff. Like, he's historically prided himself
Like
in
95%
doing
of it.
everything himself.
Facts.
Kendrick's approach is not that. It's like
collaborative.
get all the great people and
calculated,
make something really great. What I'm saying is, if Cole had that approach, I
okay.
think that he could
be
have.
better.
I think he could have just as good as an album as Kendrick has dropped. in that
He's too good of
I think so.
He's too
He
good
tried
of
that though. He did that.
Nah, I think you missing what he's saying about the.
Yeah, I'm not saying like good from like comparatively. I just mean like Kendrick goes from one side of creating like a jazz influenced album to
None of his albums
doing
sound the
something
same.
over here, and then this one's it's like every single one is like a unique piece of art.
Yeah.
J. Cole is just making like good albums.
Yeah.
And as
And I
dope
feel
as-
like I feel like if Cole took Kendrick's approach, I feel like he could
could
do
give
it.
you one of them
I feel like
projects.
he could. I do personally, but
And
I don't
as
know.
dope
I mean,
as dope as J. Cole
Forest Hill
is,
Drives was
I love
fire.
that album. I love
fire.
that album.
And as dope as he is as a producer, it's not gonna feel the way To Pimp a Butterfly feels. There's levels.
Yeah.
There's a gap in between how
Yeah.
that feels
Yes.
Huge.
versus how one of Cole's albums feel.
I love a lot of J. Cole's beats, but when
He make dope beats.
But when I listen to the beats, I'm like, these are good, but there's he's left a lot of meat and potatoes that are available that could really bring
I
some
don't
stuff
think he
out.
produces all this stuff
I don't know,
anymore.
not everything.
not everything,
doesn't.
but he does the bulk of his production. That's
But
usually been his thing.
there's a huge gap
Oh, there's a huge gap.
to me.
I think so sometimes.
When you talk about bodies of work, there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
huge gap.
Oh, I would agree.
I agree.
I would
I
agree.
agree.
But I think Cole can do that. I think he's the type of artist and that could do that if he wanted to. I think Drake potentially could too, realistically. But I don't think.
It'd be harder for him. It'd be harder for him to tap into that. I'm talking about the stuff you and I are talking about on the back end. I think it'd be harder for
I don't
for him.
think Drake would ever allow himself to potentially lose his fan base.
Well,
I don't think he would do it just because he would have to sit still for too long to do it.
Maybe.
I think he doesn't even know that angle anymore.
He might not.
Might not.
He might not.
It's kind of like Kanye at this point. Kanye doesn't know that original angle anymore. It's almost like he lost it. Drake is just he's never going to be that artist that was big into Lil Brother and
He's not that again.
other hip hop acts that may have influenced him in the past.
I'm
He's
not
never
gonna
going to double back on that.
I'm not gonna say that. I'll say you'll never get that type of album from him.
No, you
But
won't.
as
That's
far-
what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
The fan base that he's accumulated aren't into that. They're not going to be able to. They're not going to understand an album like that. If he drops an album, even featuring Fonte with a Lil Brother feel and all of that stuff, they're going to be like, "What is this?"
I don't believe that.
I do.
I don't know if I fully believe it.
And the
either.
only reason I
Really?
don't
What?
believe that because he went that far on that limb with that little techno album that he did.
But that's world sounds though.
Still.
So even if he flops here, it still's going to work somewhere else.
I don't know if Drake can flop at this point.
Exactly.
That would be my only argument.
I'm with Terry from this standpoint. If that record sounds anything, we'll just stay with the Little Brother, right? Talking about Fonte as a feature, whatever, Big Pooh, whatever. If Drake drops a record that has production that predominantly
Heavily
sounds like
influenced.
Ninth Wonder or somebody like that, it's gonna throw his fan base off.
I don't believe that. I think
so.
He has
his
a pop fan
his-
base.
I think
That's
his
what I'm
fans.
saying.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but I think his fans are going to eat whatever he gives them.
That's actually kind of where I side too.
Yeah, like just like for us, I say this: would you consider Beyonce to be a pop artist?
Yes.
Yes.
Beyonce is about to give everybody this weekend a whole country album.
Yeah.
That's alienating her fan
Maybe.
base.
I don't know if it's going to be our country.
Even just her first two lead singles
Yeah, but
completely alienated who you would deem to be her fan base. But they ate
she
it
has
up.
she has a cult following.
They ate it.
does.
So you don't think Drake has a cult following?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Not the same way
he does.
Beyonce does.
I think he does.
He got a cult following though. I ain't gonna hold you.
I think
I ain't gonna hold
I think we might be downplaying the impact of when you're a pop artist. It's almost not even really about the music. Sometimes it's,
No, that's
it's
true.
just
That's true.
about the fact that it is Drake, and people don't want to be missing out on what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so
That's
people
fair.
are going to be out there being like, "Oh yeah, I like this new Drake. It's different than what I like."
People
you know?
didn't like Blood on the Dance Floor when Michael Jackson dropped it. They liked Invincible.
Blood on the dance floor.
Be careful. Be careful. You already got strike one with Ali. Come on, man. Be careful, man.
I didn't like Blood on the Dance Floor.
I didn't either. I don't think I've ever heard Blood on the dance floor, to be honest.
I think
It's not worth it.
But
I ain't gonna hold you. I think I've heard
it's
it.
always because I always liken it. I always think about that Superbad scene Where he was dancing with chick.
That's what I was wondering. You talking about Superbad, right? So that's exactly where my mind went. Blood on the dance floor is like the Superbad scene when she had the period blood on him.
See,
Someone period on my leg. Oh shit.
That's what, like, whenever I'm talking to, my lady or whatever, and I find out, she having her time, I'm like, oh, so you got blood on the dance floor.
yeah, stupid. Man.
I'm sure that joke's received pretty well, huh?
No.
I didn't think so. I didn't think so.
It was like, oh, she perioded on you.
All the top artists have had albums that people didn't like. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
and I feel
Kingdom
like
Come?
yes,
But that did.
That didn't deviate. That didn't deviate
Yes,
from who
it
Jay
did.
is, though. You think Kingdom Come
As
did?
far as sound goes, because it was the selling point was a whole album with Dre.
Which ain't happened really.
It didn't, but it had some Dre records on there.
Which were fire.
I think,
30s and 20s one. And
but even at that time,
Lost
I
Ones.
think Drake is bigger than what Jay-Z was then.
He is.
he is.
oh, he is. Yeah, facts.
I think Drake, like we said in episode 1, Drake is a pop star. I think he's a different type of pop star. I really agree. I think Drake can put out whatever
His
he
live
wants.
show is damn near trash.
it don't
He
matter
walks
though.
around with a BMX outfit on, with spines on his back, and just on just a
Spines on
dark
his back.
stage. And when he comes to the stage, he just walks through the crowd and gets on the stage. He's done this twice in a row, and his fans are accepting this.
They're going to eat it.
that just
That's
goes
crazy.
But that just goes
to
to our
get
point,
a peek
though.
of him.
But that just goes to our point, though. I mean, like,
That does.
Don't take this the wrong way because I don't think there's levels to this shit. I already said this. But it's kind of like the Michael Jackson phenomenon where it's like Mike couldn't do nothing wrong. I don't care what it is.
No, he could.
Stadiums was going to be full.
blood
Yeah.
on the dance floor.
Well,
It was trash,
y'all know what I mean.
and it didn't get any rave reviews.
If Michael Jackson chose to do a Blood on the Dance Floor tour, that mug was going to be sold out. That's what I'm saying. That's the Drake
I
of
know.
Drake
This
is
is
in that
Justin
lane right now.
Timberlake's Man in the Woods joint didn't fare as well as his others.
But he's not Drake though.
But he's not.
He's not Drake.
He's not.
Love JT, but he's not Drake.
And people know that regardless, Michael Jackson is still probably going to play some of his big hits. And that's why
that mug is going to be full.
Yeah.
It's going to be full.
Drake's going to do 10 records off the new album and then do 10 of the hits or whatever.
People would pay to see Michael Jackson sing the Earth song 30
Facts.
times.
I would pay to see Mike see the Earth song.
I would.
And Free Willy.
I'm cool on the Free Willy.
I remixed.
Will you be there?
Great
That's what
song.
he asked.
I don't know.
What
Earth
about-
song was fire to me though. I ain't gonna front.
It is.
I made
I thought the Free Willy song was
It
cool.
was all right.
What you say you made?
an Earth song. I redid it as a meditation music.
Yeah.
That makes
7 minutes
sense.
long.
Oh, that makes
so
sense.
like he was in your Andre 3000 bag.
Before he was.
You know you got an album
I got
where you flip
commissioned.
that, right?
I got commissioned for it. Yeah,
I
did.
still don't
I did
think.
drop that.
I still don't think if Drake hopped in his for real hip hop bag,
It's going to get ate up.
I think
I'm not gonna say eight
we
up,
would
bro.
like it. We would enjoy
like
it, but his masses would kind of be like, eh.
I don't think that they have the integrity to dislike it.
Exactly.
No, now.
I want him to
that's
do
a
it
bar.
then.
That's a bar loan.
I want
the
him
integrity.
I want him to prove me wrong.
I do too.
that's a
I do
bummer.
too.
Because the truth-
I've been wanting this for like 5 to 6 years. Like if Drake drops just raps, I like Drake.
It's gonna be cold if he chooses to
rap,
do it.
Because he can rap and he can pick great production. He knows how to do that. It's just he doesn't do it.
Like,
He doesn't
man,
do
if
it.
him and Jake One just did an album together, man.
Come on, man.
Because him and Jake One have great chemistry together.
I would sign up for it. I'd sign up for that 100%.
But the thing is, Drake just
Like, but
He's safe. He's too safe.
He's safe. Like, just keep the spines on and the bike outfits.
I don't know if it's necessarily safe or
It's smart and safe to me.
I don't think he cares.
I think
Maybe you don't care.
I think it's the machine.
I think he does care because as soon as somebody says something, whenever he drops,
I think he's just sensitive.
he gets in his feelings.
I think he's just sensitive, though.
Yeah.
You know, like
and you should be sensitive about your stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think.
But if you're repeating the same formula over and over and over and over,
It goes to your question about the bag when you're flexing the money and you're dissing somebody
Yeah,
or something.
you're just going big money.
Yeah, the big money. I'm like, he can just do that. Like,
And the big money, because he has it, will never fail.
that's what I
don't
mean.
care. Yeah, like
it's a
that-
go-to every single time.
Yeah, push
Who's
come to
bigger-
shove, he's
who's
just gonna
bigger
get the
than
big
Drake?
money. Yeah,
Who's bigger than Drake?
I'm the biggest star in the world.
Kendrick ain't bigger than Drake.
He's not.
Celine Dion ain't.
Nope.
Bob Ross ain't. You know?
there was a time when Kendrick wasn't as big as Wiz Khalifa,
True.
I know.
and I witnessed it.
Yep.
It was crazy.